Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Defend FC.
I'm really excited for today's fight. I'm David Chen and you have Olufkayo Radiola here. Tonight we have two great contestants, Roman Sagenyi and Aslan Magnomenov.
Yes, so Sagenyi is originally from Kazakhstan, but grew up in Germany. He is a K1 fighter and all-round striker. He now weighs as a heavyweight, but is hoping to fight at middleweight going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how he can use that weight advantage, but his opponent, he's no schmuck. He knows how to fight.
No, not at all. His opponent hails from a similar part of the world, so Chechnya, but also grew up in Germany as well. They're both making their DFC debuts, and Aslan Magomedov, he is primarily a grappler, although he has been learning some striking recently.
Yeah, his strategy has got to be to get inside the range, use his great jiu-jitsu and grappling experience, take him to the ground, wear him out. I'm really excited to see how this goes. It's real power versus agility and speed of the smaller man.
Exactly, and you see both fighters. One fighter is about 7 years older, so I think that Magomedov is also going to try and use that 7 years of experience that he has over his opponent. So we'll see if the youthful exuberance or the experienced fighter wins out today.
Yep, so they're just doing the face-off now, getting told the rules by the referee. All very safe and great spectators in the background as well. I'm sure they're really excited.
Yeah, so this will be just standard MMA rules. So there'll be certain elbows that will be illegal, and then no soccer kicks or also strikes to the head while the opponent is on the ground, unless you're using your arms.
And we're off.
Yeah, so nice front kick. He's showing a bit of his, his striking or his K1 background as well, Roman.
Yeah, definitely trying to keep that distance, trying to keep him at bay with those strikes.
Oh, but what a nice counter by Aslan, like a flurry. I think that was about 4 or 5 hit counter.
Yeah, four strikes straight to the body, so he's trying to wear him down a little bit.
So this is the thing. He says he is primarily a grappler, but from these early exchanges, he doesn't seem like a slouch in the striking department earlier. Another nice counter.
Yeah, I love how he's rolling the shots on his way in, just really getting his head out of the way. And there he goes for the takedown.
First takedown. And Roman has the mount position, so he's got guard. Aslan has mount, and Roman has guard at the moment. So Aslan is trying to get that ground and pound, but Roman's trying to hold him down, prevent any damage.
Yeah, it seems like he's going for the neck already, or maybe just trying to use his weight on him to wear him down a little bit.
Yeah, so he's moved into side control.
Coming in, but nothing.
Yeah, he moved into side control. So he had mount, but then moved into side control because he is dealing with a stronger person or a bigger person who can just push him off. But at side control, you're then dealing with the first half he's using his whole body against just the first half of his body. He's taking his legs out of the equation to equalize a little bit.
I love how he's using his arms and forearms just to cut off the circulation to Roman. It's a great technique to drain that energy really early on in the fight.
Yeah, and he said this was going to be part of his game plan. Aslan did say that part of my game plan is to get this guy on the ground. Oh, now he's going for the armbar.
We'll see. Wait. Oh, what a great bit of agility from a man to get out of that.
Yeah, this is where you see that size difference and that size advantage going really well. But you see Roman just made a mistake here. See, instead of trying to get away and get up, he stayed on the ground, but the ref has ended it. He stood them up. I think that he could have actually kept that down on the ground. I think Aslan would have gone back on top of him.
Yeah, Roman's breathing very heavy here. He's very, very heavy. So I think Aslan's technique of trying to wear him out has gone well. A few good leg strikes, though.
Yeah, and this is where you see the experience really, really showing in that in Roman, it's obvious that if he's not had that many fights or any fights, he's had a lot of sparring experience, or I should say Aslan has the sparring experience from the way he's fighting, whereas Roman doesn't seem as experienced of a fighter.
He's already gasping for air. God help him over the next 2-3 rounds, or the next 2 rounds, sorry.
Yeah. So that's a dominant first round from Aslan. I'd say it's easily 10-9 in his favor if we use the 10-point scoring system, 10-mark scoring system from boxing.
Yeah, he landed the cleaner shots. As you can see, there's lovely counter in the beginning. He's very elusive as well. Very, very elusive.
Yeah, very quick as well and very precise with his counters.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see a bit of his groundwork coming up soon.
Oh, yes, yeah, exactly. So that was the first takedown that he did. A little bit of ground and pound here and there. And then in his mountain position, just trying to get control of the situation. Roman trying to slow him down, prevent him from dealing any serious damage, which he sort of did in a way.
To be fair, Roman did have a good defense. He didn't get hit too many clean shots while he was in the defensive position on the ground. So I think he defended himself relatively well. And you see, none of the shots are getting through really cleanly.
Absolutely. Although at the same time, he's expended a lot of energy because he lacks grappling experience. And what happens is when people lack grappling experience, they try to power their way through the whole thing. Like, look at that. Like, that's a very great show of athleticism. But at the same time, he's burning that tank, which is part of Aslan's game plan.
Exactly. And now you can see he's trying to recover. He's trying to breathe, but Aslan, he's not letting him out. He's just hunting him down and using that boxing skill as well, hitting to the body, to the head, mixing it up really well.
Absolutely. So from what we can see from Aslan, it seems like he can do a bit of everything. He can pressure you, he can counter quite well, he can grapple, but he's no slouch in the striking department either.
And I think one thing that we didn't expect is his quick feet, just getting out of range. So when they're at distance, Aslan is able to go outside of range and then close it really quickly. So great footwork.
What would you be saying to either fighter if you were the coach?
If I was coaching Roman, I'd say you need to use your size. Start hitting him with the leg shots, and just hit him with a few meaty shots to discourage him from coming in.
Yeah. Show him your power and scare him. And I think if I were Aslan's coach, I'd say, yep, you're doing the right thing. Just more of what we saw in the first round.
Yeah, good showmanship at the beginning of the round.
Yep, touch gloves. And we're on.
So Roman's doing the right thing, keeping him at bay again with those long strikes.
Yeah. I think he needs to just be a little bit more, efficient with the striking. Like, it's good that he's trying to keep him at bay, but he needs to get a bit more precision because Aslan is good at really just finding those angles.
Yeah, you can see it. He's already closing the distance again.
Yeah,
he's found the rim.
Because even with his strikes, they're labored and they're imprecise. So Roman doesn't necessarily, or Aslan doesn't necessarily respect his power. So he's just coming in
for the takedown again. It just shows that I guess he gets the distance. He's really understood the distance between the two of them. And well, talk us through what he's doing right now.
Yeah, so right now he's back in side control. Oh, now he's got the full mount. So once you have the full mount, they've stopped it. It's over. No, it's still going on. So he has full mount, which means he has full control of his body. No, the ref stopped it. Yeah, once he had full mount, I knew it was over because there's nothing he can do. He doesn't have any expertise in the grappling department, and yeah, that was a fairly one-sided affair, to be honest.
Yeah, Aslan, once he got on top, once he got him to the ground, it was really all she wrote. You could tell his experience was shining through, and oh gosh, I just love the way he controls that distance.
Oh yeah,
beautiful to watch.
And I think also even with the striking, I think in the second round, Roman showed Aslan a lot of respect. You could see the trepidation in his strikes. You could see that he was worried that this guy is going to close the distance in on me. And even though there's a 7-year difference, I think the difference in experience really showed. It's still quite impressive that someone who is 20 kilos lighter in Aslan wasn't really worried about the power, and in fact was the one who was the scarier of the two.
Yeah, but if you're dealing with someone from Chechnya, You must be afraid.
Yeah. Anyone from the Caucasus, they are very, very, very tough. So I believe they're just making it official now to announce the winner, and it will be by TKO.
This is a great show. A lot of sportsmanship between the two. You can see Roman there just, congratulating his opponent, which is always nice to see. But my goodness, it was a one-sided affair.
Yes, I think that really suits with the DFC ethos, which is the idea that the fighters are coming here to test themselves. There's no ego. These are just men trying to test themselves and show what they're made of in the ring.
And I think you can tell by the audience. The audience are congratulating both opponents. None of them was jeering or shouting or really having a huge impact on the fight. They was really there to appreciate two guys giving it their best.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd love to know what he's saying now. We don't have the direct translation, but I'm sure he's just talking about, it was his debut, talking about what he felt went well in the fight, maybe where he felt there was some room for improvement and just the overall experience. But I think this was a very comfortable entry into the DFC world for Aslan.
Yep, Aslan's definitely one to watch, and I'm sure Roman, he'll be back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's only 20 years old. He has so much time because he's got the reach, he's got the frame, he's got really good mobility on his kicks as well. If he just trains day in, day out for another year or so, he will become a killer. He's got that talent.
Yeah. But as with all these people from Chechnya, they are going to go through all forms of mixed martial arts. So I'm looking forward to see Aslan and what he could do in the DFC in the next fight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So join us next time. There are a ton of fights coming out at least every couple of weeks on YouTube. And in DFC, there are fighters from all different backgrounds. They put Wing Chun masters against BJJ artists, Thai boxers against standard boxers. They really it's your pick. You can think of any martial arts. They find people who are competent in those martial arts, put them together, and they put on a fantastic show.
So Fikayo, when are we going to see you in the circle?
Don't worry. I'm training. I've put through my application actually, so I'm just waiting for them to get back to me. And who knows? I'm hoping I can make it out there in February, but we'll see.
Yeah, and if you go, I'll have to go to support, and maybe you'll see me competing as well in the future.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Yes, and I'm Fikayo Diola. Please remember to subscribe and take care.